5:30, I'll call this meeting to order, and please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming on this beautiful, warm summer night. Item 3 on our agenda is to remind everyone our mission is to encourage everyone to see and be their personal best through successful learning experiences. Become your best. Item 4, we need a motion for the adoption of the agenda and consent agenda as an order of business with the identification of items to be taken off the consent agenda for discussion or separate action.
I make a motion we accept the adoption of the agenda and consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? All right, now we need to consider approval of the consent agenda as adopted. To approve minutes of the July 19, 2022 Board of Education meeting. B is to approve the financial report for the period July 1, 2022 through July 31st, 2022. And C is to approve the bills for the period July 1, 2022 through July 31st, 2022 in the amount of $2,279,128.94.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to finance, buildings, and ground. Dan.
Yes, the first item on that list is to consider the approval of the memorandum of understanding for our off-site facility for our alternative education program. This will be year 4 coming up of this off-site program, and it's along with the New Life Community Church. The program has been very successful to date. Kids are graduating that are in an at-risk program at a higher rate than they ever had before when we had it on-site. Gives kids some other options, and we've got great partners with New Life Community Church, and so it's a win-win for everybody. We talked about it at the committee of the whole, and unless there aren't any questions, it would just need to be a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the offsite facility.
Second.
First and second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. B.
Yes, this is the chance to consider gifts and corresponding adjustments. This week we brought forward just one, and that is a donation of $500 from Gail Grahn to enhance the girls' softball fields at Plymouth High School. And so we need a motion to accept that gift, and thank you, Gail.
I make a motion we accept that gift from Gail. Thank you.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
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 And yes, thanks to Gail Grahn. That moves us on to policy. Approve first reading of the Neola policy number 5410.
Yes, we talked about these two policies, 5410 and 9130, at the committee of the whole. 5410, if you remember, is and you all have had copies of that as well, is the policy for retention and moving kids forward at grades 4 and grades 8, moving forward to the high school. So those required by state law have to have a component of the state test, whatever it is at the current time, and a few other things like grades and academic performance of other measures, and then even gets into the opportunity to have teacher and committee and parent input into those kinds of decisions. So if there are questions about that or not, I can move on to 9130. And 9130 there was one change that was suggested by the board at our previous meeting relating to specifically calling out what is considered a person who could register a question to be, about a curricular material or whatever. And that had to be about what was a resident. And so we added the terminology that it must be, any kind of complaint must be levied by and written by a resident or an enrolled student family member. And so that includes, anybody that's coming to our school district from
Choicing it.
choice, plus anyone who lives in the community. So otherwise, it's the same policy that you saw the last time.
Great. Any other questions for Dan on this one? Okay. So that will cover our readings
Then you need to
of policy 1 and 2.
approve the first readings.
Yeah, so we need a motion to approve the first reading of 5410.
Make a motion to approve the first reading of 5410.
We can do both readings, both of
You
the
could.
policies, the same approval.
Apparently Katrina wants to speed
I'll make
things
a
up,
motion
so
to-
we could.
First reading of 5410 and 9130.
I'll second.
Any other discussion of the first reading? We will have one other reading, a second reading in the next meeting, so. No other discussion? All in favor, say yes. Yes. Opposed? All right. That takes us to item 8, period of public participation. Has anyone signed in? Katrina?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Then we will move on to item 9, board liaison reports, community education. Sally?
Yes, community ed classes are on the community ed website right now. Registration does open tomorrow at 10 a.m. There will be, it's just online at the moment, but the hard copies will be available on the 23rd of this month. They have aquatic classes available around the town. Before COVID, they'd have somebody taking you to different places, businesses and things in the community. So that's back on the schedule. They have a new class on sleep disorders and apnea. Of course, pickleball is always available. They have a couple new classes also, Medicare 101 and Dudes and Daughters Hair Care, how to take care of your little ones, tangles and other stuff. That is it.
Thank you, Sally. Foundation, I did not make the foundation meeting. I was out of town. But I can tell you that the fundraiser is currently going on. It is flower cards that members of the foundation are selling. You can buy these cards. I think they're $20. I should know that. But anyway, you buy the card and the person you buy the card for, they can go to the Kane's Floral and they can get a flower each month.
They used to do that a number of years ago
Yeah,
also.
we
That
brought it
was
back.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want a card, you can reach out to Andrea, or you could talk to me, and I'll try to have more information for you.
I think this is a real plug for married men or men in general. Hey, every month, buy your wife a flower, take it home to her.
So all married men listening, reach out to the foundation. So anyway, small little fundraiser going on right now with the help of Kane's Floral. So thank you very much for that. Family Resource Center, Dan.
Yeah, I'll try to give a quick 3-month overview of the events we'll be having coming up. So we have a reoccurring event that's called Bring Your Own Baby. It happens every month at Above and Beyond Museum. So next 3 months, August the 18th, Thursday, September 15th, another Thursday, and October 20th, another Thursday again. So again, Above and Beyond Children's Museum, it's for toddlers 0 to 2 years old. They work with early childhood specialists, and a lot of fun there. Sessions are from 9:30 to 10:30 or 4:30 to 5:30. And then coming up October 13th and 14th, we do have the Plymouth Developmental Screening Day. So the first one, October 13th, is a Thursday afternoon. That is at Generations in Plymouth. And then October 14th is a Friday, and that one is a morning as well. I'm sorry, that's the morning session, so Thursday's the afternoon session. That is to check out with, see how your child's development is on track, children 6 months to 5 years of age. So again, all these are free. Register online through the Family Resource Center website, and we'd love to see you there. That's it.
I'll just put a plug in for the Child Development Days. The Plymouth School District and the Family Resource Center and Generations teamed up on that initial activity and kind of led the way in Sheboygan County to get people in 4K teachers and pre-K teachers trained in those processes. And we kind of had the lead people for a number of years in that. And so a lot of good work was done in that area by some previous teachers in this district and administrators and staff members. So.
And do you want to speak to the importance of the pre-screening?
Yeah, it's a super important process because you get a chance to have a number of people talk with you as a parent, talk with the child, do all kinds of motor activities, fine motor, large motor, just kind of get a feel for where the student is and you get the chance to help with the parents. Everybody kind of wonders, like, how's my kid doing? And in most cases, everybody gets put at ease. We're right where we need to be. We're moving along. But if there are some hiccups, it does get a chance to get some initial help earlier, both to the parent for resources and maybe resources that, somebody else can offer in the community, including the school district. So very important.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Dan. And thanks, Dan. Dan. We'll move on to item 10, personnel. Dan.
Yes, we have some professional staff that will do first, some resignations and some hires. If it suits the board, I can go through the resignations and then we'll go through the new hires in the professional side for approval. That's okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. So our first one is the board would consider a resignation of Sarah Desiderio, special education teacher at Parkview Elementary School, effective at the end of the 21-22 school year. Sarah has been with the district for 10 years. The Board of Education will consider the resignation of Shane Smith, physical education teacher at Plymouth High School, effective at the end of the 2021-22 school year. And Shane has been with the district for 3 years. And then finally, the board would consider the resignation of Madeline Brown, second grade teacher at Fairview Elementary School, effective at the end of the 21-22 school year. Madeline has been with the district for 1 year. And those are the resignations.
So we need a motion to accept these resignations?
I make a motion that we accept the resignations that Dan just read.
I'll second.
First and second. All in favor, say yes. Yes. Opposed? All right. Now for new contract.
All right, and some of the replacements coming in. The school board would consider the approval of a 100% contract for Teresa Tooney to be a school counselor at Plymouth High School for the 22-23 school year. 1 second here. She has been a counselor and homeless coordinator in the Sheboygan School District. Teresa received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and her master's degree from Lakeland University. This will be her first year, however, as a counselor. The board would consider the approval of a 100% contract for Nicole Lidow to be a 7th grade teacher at Riverview Middle School for the 22-23 school year. Nicole received her bachelor's degree from Arizona State University. This will be Nicole's 5th year of teaching. The board will then consider the approval of a 100% contract for Tiffany Swochert to be a 2nd grade teacher at Fairview Elementary School in 22-23 school year. Tiffany received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay. This will be Tiffany's 7th year of teaching, and those are the new hires for this go-around.
All right, I need a motion to approve these new contracts.
Make a motion to approve the new contracts?
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Okay, and then that leaves us with staff update.
Yes, we have some support staff changes as well currently, so we'll go through those. Ryan Weinketz, custodian at Fairview Elementary School, has submitted his resignation. Ryan has been with the district for 1 year. Karen McHugh, server cook at the high school, has submitted her retirement. Karen's been with the district for 2 years. We've hired Connie Sherwin. She's going to be a server cook at Fairview Elementary School. Lori Crumley has been hired as a server cook at Parkview Elementary School, and Christina Smith has been hired as a server cook at Horizon Elementary School. And no action is required on those.
All right, thank you. That moves us to item 11, which is travel. And you can take us through that too, Dan.
Okay, so we'll maybe do these separately in case there are questions. The first one is that the board would be considering the out-of-state travel request from Tracy Heinbuck, agri-science teacher and FFA advisor for Plymouth High School, to take students to the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's October 26th through the 29th in 2022. And as you'll remember, this is an annual event for us. We usually have some students that are going there and competing and usually winning something. So they usually come back to us and give you an update about what accomplishments they've made. So if you want to consider that one first.
So, motion to approve, first one, agri-science.
Make a motion to approve the FFA trip to Minneapolis?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed?
And the second request is to consider, it's not a new request, but it's a change of date. Consider a change of date travel request from Romy Herrera, Spanish teacher at Plymouth High School, to take students to Costa Rica during spring break of 2023. The original travel request was for summer 2023. This request is in line with board policies. Expenses will be responsibility of the students and/or parents through fundraising. So rather than summer, moving it to the spring break time.
I make a motion, we accept the change of dates for the Costa Rica trip.
Second.
Any other discussion? What was the reasoning for the change? Just,
Better weather.
is
Was
it?
Because of the rain? Yeah.
Cool. All right, thanks. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? All right, item 12, items for the consent agenda, no action. 13, President's Report.
Bob, excuse me if I may interrupt for a minute.
You're really out of order, but it's the President's Report, so I'll let you interrupt my report.
Thank you.
You're
Because
welcome.
you mentioned flowers earlier,
Yes,
nothing has been said that I'm aware of about the football team selling those cards for the Booster Club.
oh, that's a good question.
I can say something about that in my
Oh, okay, we'll put it.
I'll say
over
something
there,
about it in my
Jack.
superintendent report.
Thanks,
Sorry
good
about
question. And if you need flowers too, you can talk to me afterwards. My president's report is going to be real brief. Basically, a thank you to everyone who participated in our survey. We're anxious to get farther into the results of that survey and really hopefully have some, let's say, more targeted communication with the community on questions that were raised. So thanks again to everyone that participated, and I hope good things will come of it. And with that, I'm going to move it on to Dan.
Yes, so I'll just respond to, lots of our organizations have fundraisers throughout the year. There's many different varieties. The one that was just referenced was gold cards. that sale time has passed. It usually is right at the beginning of the football season. But we really appreciate the fact that our community steps up and buys our gold cards and buys our fundraising flowers and all that kind of stuff, because it's very, I mean, we wouldn't have the facilities and the kids wouldn't have the resources that they do without those fundraising events. And I know it can be a little bit of a hassle because you've got kids coming to you all the time with fundraising, but people in this community really step up, so thank you. And that kind of gets me to where we're headed shortly. This is the season of anticipation and preparation. Our buildings have been under cleaning siege for all of the summer months, and as you walked in today, you might have noticed that the final couple of hallways at the high school are getting a good solid wax coat, which they haven't been able to get to in a number of years because of a variance in how we are doing summer school and those types of things. So our staff has been super busy all year, all summer long, getting things cleaned and prepped, items purchased, technology ready to roll, and curriculum ready to push out to kids when they come in. And so people are never quite sure how everything's gonna work. For example, I know Kurt's probably a little bit nervous about how our ViewSonic boards are gonna be used and handled by the staff, and he's really hoping, we got in-service for them, and we're really hopeful that everything goes well. But it's a time of anticipation and a little bit of anxiety, and it also is for the kids too. A lot of kids are super excited to be coming back. They've been in the same school, they're coming back to the same school, they know who their teacher is. But we also have kids who are transitioning from the elementary and they're moving to the middle school, and they're moving from the middle school and they're coming to the high school. And so our middle and high school have been very busy this off season, getting prepared for some transition programs that are intended to provide mentorship and guidance from other classmates that are older to help them ease into that transition. So I appreciate the work that's been, that's got into that as well. So not everybody's super excited to come back. So if you've got older students that, like I do, they're they're back here for whatever activities are going on, but they all do want to come back. If you remember during those COVID days when people were out, kids really did miss school, and they know that now. They do miss it when they aren't there. So anticipation and preparation. So what are we looking forward to upcoming? We've got new teachers coming back, so new people to the district are going to be here on August 22nd. I'm saying this for the benefit of the board. If you happen to be out and about and you want to come and visit and say hello, you're always welcome to meet the new staff members. All returning, everybody starts up on August 29th. We have a district luncheon out here at the football and soccer field now, Finke Field, on the 29th in the afternoon. And then with the kids start on September 6th. Woohoo! They're fired up for that. And we're gonna have a great year for them. A couple of nice positive notes about things that have been happening as we've been moving along here. PHS German Band played, remember, we're the greatest German band in the land, resides right here in Plymouth. They played at Germanite and marched in the Sheboygan Bratwurst Day Parade. So that was wonderful. Summer school presented a variety of shows. So the arts are very big in our summer school, and those included musicals, dance performances, and piano recitals. Plymouth Education Foundation announced $5,500 in major grants to improve the garden at Fairview and the nature area at Parkview. And if you've seen that nature area in either location, they are really coming, they're coming into shape. They're looking good after the construction, and they're wonderful spots for people just to see some of our work. Parkview staff is putting together, this is really kind of a novel idea, and hopefully it turns out really, really well. The school starts, like I mentioned, on September 6th, and they want to help the Parkview community get out the new year and maybe ease some of inflationary burdens on parents. They're having a clothes swap. So Have your kids, the question is, have your kids outgrown their clothes and you're looking for bigger sizes? Parkview's going to host their first annual clothes swap. When? Saturday, August 20th. Time, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Where? Parkview Elementary Cafeteria. Please donate any gently used kids' clothes at Parkview Elementary School from August 15th to August 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's open daily. You can drop them off there. Clothes will be sorted by size and will be ready to be shopped by Parkview families on Saturday, August 20th. So kind of a neat idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Also, Horizon is having, the reading specialists and teachers have been working hard this summer to strengthen our understanding of the science of reading. And that is a phonemic awareness approach to reading. And so there's some really good science behind the science of reading. And teachers have been working on that. And so it'll be implemented and a lot of those strategies will be used across the district this year. Horizon's also adding a new playground for 3K and 4K and early childhood education. It's been funded through a community ed grant and has been guided by Kathy Murray's leadership. So if you happen to buzz down towards Horizon, you remember where the old playground was, you'll see some changes coming to that space, and it's gonna be nice. And then finally, at Riverview, right now, currently, they're having their first annual band blast. And so what that is where Riverview students have had the opportunity to become familiar with the staff in the music department and with their instruments. And they also set the stage for a successful musical school year for those kids. So that is a cool thing that's happening over at Parkview. And so we're all anticipating and preparing for those events and the outcomes of those and for the year to come. So onward and upward.
All right, thanks. That's a lot of stuff. All right, we're to item 15, which is, we're going to adjourn. Like, wow.
This Friday, don't forget the Plymouth opener at SchBd North, my old alma mater. Enjoy it.
Really? You're a Raider?
61, man.
All right,
The last class of the old high school.
in urban, right? Yeah, wow, wow. All right. So with that, we need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you all. Have a great evening. So wait, so where are we with our field? Are we done?